Welcome. This is Melinda Barlow, CZT, Certified Zen Tangle Teacher. And today's lesson is Diva Dance. I'm going to concentrate on just rock and roll. You can see several Diva Dance. There's the Waltz and there's the Foxtrot. And these are rock and roll. Here we have the Waltz. But today I'm just going to concentrate on rock and roll. Rock and roll is a pleasing tango to do. It has, it's got such a floral look to it. You can make it look floral. It can be very small, or you can do it quite large. It can be colored in. I am looking for a tile. I didn't get one out. There we go. And so here is a tile. And we're just going to start just right in the center. Again, sometimes I do dot strings and borders, and sometimes I don't. So to achieve rock and roll, we are going to just start with a little circle and then come back on itself a little bit. So it rolls around and rocks back. Rolls around and rocks back. Where that rocks back, you want to kind of spread those out around your tangle. And with rock and roll, you can just keep going until you have achieved the size of rock and roll that you want. You just echo around. The more bumpy or shaky your line is, the more interest your little rock and roll will have. Rock back and then roll along. Rock back. We're going to stop here, and when I stop, I kind of just embed into the side of my rock and roll. One of the keys to rock and roll is you want to make sure that that little black spot is black. So if you haven't gotten it really black, you can come back and fill in those spaces. But there we have rock and roll. And you can just, as you can see, I've put several rock and rolls together. I like to put a leaf on, and I don't recall the name of this leaf, but I'll just draw your leaf. It's like a rock and roll leaf. There we have. And we echo it. And I just echo in every time. Just till it gets smaller and smaller. And then I connect all those little dots and come out on the end. And I love that tangle leaf. I don't recall what it's called, but it's one of my favorites. You can even give this a little black center here if you want. We'll do it one more time. We're just going to make a leaf shape and then echo it. And then connect all those dots and come out. Let's do another rock and roll so you can see. We just start, come back on it, round, come back on it, rock back, round, echoing your shape. I love this little crazy little rock and roll. You can go all the way around without having any rock back. Hollybaugh effect, meaning drawing under. Back over here. This will be my last little rock around. Roll back and come to an end. Now I'll add a leaf. And draw it up. It's just a great little tangle to do. It is very pleasing to the eye and extremely entertaining because you can say rock and roll around, rock and roll around, rock back and roll around. So you can just say those words as you do your tango. There you can get your mindfulness in, or your little meditation time. Your thoughts will kind of just tell you when to stop. Roll, roll. Do a little hollybaugh. And there we have our third little rock and roll. Let's give it a nice big leaf. And connect. Now, I am a real fan of little circles, but I also like that soft little line of bead line. I have not done bead line. But isn't that a great addition to? You can see I've done bead line here. That's just let's do a little shading on this. Personally for me, I'm just going to put a little dark right in the center and also in the center and up my stem of my little leaves. Take my shading stump, lightly blend out. Giving that center dark helps give it dimension. And we'll just blend those, maybe even to one side. Leaving one side white. And there we have a great start to a tangle. I'm sure that I will add more into these to give me a little bit more, but a lot of times I can leave that tile pretty blank, or I wouldn't say blank, pretty, with a lot of white space. Sometimes it just needs a little white space in there. And there we have rock and roll, part of Diva Dance. Great tangle by Maria. And Thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you like, and have a wonderful day.